National champion and soon-to-be NFL linebacker Nakobe Dean is with us now. The Georgia Bulldogs got some really big rings at the spring game on Saturday. First of all, have you put it down? Have you taken it off? Where is the ring? I would never lose sight of that thing. Where is it right now? You got it on? Can you flash it real quick?
I actually don't have it on right now.
Where is it?
I'm not in Athens. It's with my brother right now. He got it.
Okay.
That's a lot of pressure.
I had to come handle some business. So. I'm sure he's going to take good care of it.
No doubt, no doubt. So I assume you will be wearing it in Las Vegas because you will be attending the NFL draft next week, where your name will be called very early. What are your plans for Las Vegas? What are in terms of who's coming with you? You got your suit picked out. What you bringing to the show?
I got everybody coming with me. I got my of course my siblings, my mother, my brother, my auntie, cousins. We making it a family affair, a family trip. You know, they've been saving up for a little minute to come out there, Las Vegas. So we bringing out everybody. Suit and fruition. Yeah,
y'all rolling deep.
See it. Yeah, we definitely rolling deep. Definitely rolling deep.
The suit's gonna be memorable. Everybody gonna be talking about the suit.
We'll see about that. I think I kept it. I kept it a little plain Jane-ish. It's definitely gonna be something that I never wore before, so it's definitely plain Jane.
All right,
that's all right. That's all right. I'm looking forward to it. And you know, we saw the headline that said you want to be one of the greats. Tell me about some of the mentors that you've had in your life away from football, and maybe some of the greats that you've modeled your game after.
I probably, as far as mentors, I feel like it'd be remiss to me not to talk about my mama. My mother is just one of the rock of my family. You know, she taught me everything I knew. I got a good relationship with my father, don't get me wrong, but growing up, she kind of felt like the father and the mother at times. So I had to say my mother, you know, I had coaches and everybody, but of course, the mother was the rock of my family. From the football side of things, the greats, I don't think my game like nobody, you know. I like to take bits and pieces from different people that I watch. Like right now, Roquan Smith, or like Zach Cunningham, or Darius Leonard, or Eric Kendricks. I take bits and pieces of everybody other game and kind of add it to my own.
So is it now? Do you take pieces from? Because you're an unusual linebacker, Nakobe. Everybody talks about your ability to go sideline to sideline, your speed. I saw one commentator said, man, this it's just impressive just looking at his tape, some of the stuff he puts on tape. So do you take bits and pieces from linebackers, or do you go corners, safeties? Do you go all over running backs? You go all over the field?
I do actually. I feel like if I see something that I like, I'm not remiss, or I know. As far as I don't think of myself enough not to take anything from anybody. If I go to a high school game and I see them use a move they ain't never seen before, and I'm like, man, they can help me out. I might just, you know, either talk to them afterwards or just think about what I just seen and try it myself. You know, I'm always trying to better my game in any type of way.
You're not just a student of the game. You are serious about your academics. You had a 4.3 GPA coming out of high school, and I believe a 3.55 in mechanical engineering. Is it? Like, why?
Yes, sir.
Why are academics so important to you in terms of what you value and your priorities in life?
Man, my mama just drilled it. My mama drilled it at a young age. It was never football. It was never going out there and being the best football player I could be. It was always being the best student you can be that set you up for life. So she always told me that my mind would take me farther than my feet ever will. So she always pushed me to be the best at that. And that's basically it. You know, she continued to just push academics. So when I got old enough, I just made it a priority myself to keep it going.
What else besides, we know whatever team drafts you is getting a great linebacker, getting a great football player, but like in keeping with that theme about the student that you are, what else are they getting in terms of the whole person that is Nakobe Dean? And what is that organization getting? What is that community getting in terms of what other interests you have beyond football and passions you have beyond football?
I'm big in the community. I'm big at giving back. Another thing that my mama made us do it a lot at a young age was give back. She worked with community affairs, so anytime they had a street cleanup or a feed the homeless event in the community, he was right there beside us, picking it up early Saturday morning. She didn't leave us too much idle time to do anything extra. So it was a lot of work. And as far as community service things, and me as a person, I feel like I like fishing. Okay. I don't do much other than I wasn't able to do it much in college just because a lot of schoolwork and a lot of football, but fishing and community service.
And what were your thoughts? Because I think there are a lot of people who do that. Their parents have them. Mike and I are both parents, so we think this way. You ask you want your kids to do something at a young age. They may not understand it, and they get beyond. They get a little older, and they say, "Okay, I can see the value of it." How about you? When you were doing it, and your mother said, "Hey, we got to go out here and do this," was your thought immediately, "Oh, this is great," or did you have some resistance, and you had to warm up to it?
Yeah, I'd be lying to say that I was just thrilled to go wake up early on Saturday morning, go pick up trash every time. But the older I got, the more I understood why community service and giving back was important. And I kind of look back and see how blessed I was. Like it wasn't too much that I needed. Probably have everything I wanted, but it was nothing that I didn't need, that I couldn't have or I didn't have. And just being around and seeing how blessed I was as a child kind of, always made me want to give back, help the community service, doing all different type of things like that.
Yo, man, so we talked about rolling deep at the draft with your family, with the Dean family, your Georgia Bulldog family. They got 6 of y'all just on defense, projected to go in the first 2 rounds. Y'all had some dogs, pun intended, on that team.
Oh, yeah.
And we're talking to the team captain. What does this say about you? And what did it take for you to be the leader and the tone setter on that defense and for that national championship winning program?
It took a lot. I'd be lying to say it was any type of easy. It was a lot of hard work, a lot of what we call score sessions, where we got to know each other from more of a personal level to build a connection as a team, and I feel like us being off the field, getting that connection piece and becoming more so friends and not just teammates helped us all in all and play together better on the field. It connected us more. We knew each other wide. We knew how to get each other going. And we all knew it was coming from a place that we wanted the other person to be better. It wasn't just for personal gain. So that kind of helped us all in all.
I know people who aren't even from the Southeast, not from Georgia, knew the story, knew the stakes going into the national championship game. They knew how close Georgia had come to being champions over the years. They knew all the way back to Herschel Walker and 1980, the last championship team. So when you guys closed this deal against Alabama, a team that beat you in the SEC championship game, it's really perfect that you did it against Alabama. What kind of responses did you get and have you gotten from people over that championship victory?
Man, I still don't think I know the fullness of the impact we had as a team on winning the national championship. Just because, I still get fans who send me their reaction videos and they give me chills to this day. They were just excited as us, to be a part of the team, to be a fan of it. And I get all type of DMs and everybody to this day just thinking. I go out to a restaurant or something, they just thank us about just for winning the national championship. And it's kind of weird to me because that's always my goal, to win the national championship. And that was the goal from the jump. So to win the national championship, so it was like I was just doing what I always set out to do, and I just didn't know the type of impact it'll have on the state of Georgia as a whole.
That seems to be a theme throughout your playing career, or even your academic career. But you've checked every box. You know, like you won a state championship in high school, you won the Buckus Award as the top high school linebacker. You won a national championship in college, won the Buckus Award as the top collegiate linebacker. Michael already asked you earlier about just your desire to be great, but like specifically, you know, what are your visions for yourself and for whatever team you get, given your track record?
Right. I mean, like I said, I plan to be one of the greatest. I feel like if I take care of everything and I shoot towards my goals and I keep on accomplishing one by one, everything else gonna take care of itself, you know. And that's just, and when I say I plan to be the greatest, I mean, and that's the aspect of in life and on the field, you know, not just on the field. It goes from the business world. I want to come back. I wasn't able to finish my degree. I want to come back and finish my degree because I feel like it's a lot of kids from where I grew up. You know, they want to be sports and athletes and all this, but at the same time, me, even if I don't need it, eventually, I want to go back and show them that how important education is. You know, how important academics is. So, yeah, I want to be the greatest to ever do it in life and on the field.
I know you took a visit to Detroit, right? Was that the only team visit, the only top 30 visits you took was Detroit, or have you taken any other ones?
I mean, I had Zooms with everybody. I talked to every team in the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could all use you. I'm wondering if you got a feel. I know what the right answer is. Like, you're good with wherever you go, but do you have a feel for like somebody that's really been hot after you?
So I'm not even like lying to y'all. I have no idea.
All right, good. What's that feel like? How you handling that uncertainty? Like, you can go to any number of places. How you dealing with all the rumors and speculation?
As far as that, I know by the end of this draft, I'm blessed enough to be drafted. And I know no matter where I go, if I'm picked one to pick to the last pick, Mr. Irrelevant, I know that I'm finna have the opportunity to play in the National Football League, something that's been my goal forever. So, you know, it don't even matter. You know, I'm just enjoying the moment. You know, not a lot of people get to be in my shoes as far as winning the national championship, being invited to the draft that's in Las Vegas. So it's like I'm enjoying this moment, and can't nobody steal it away from me.
Love it.
I love that. I love that answer. You know, Michael has talked about how at every step of your athletic career you've had success. And you mentioned academics, and you're going to get that degree. We know you're going to get that degree. What's been the hardest course that you've taken at Georgia?
It'd probably be machine design. That was probably one of the hardest. It was the beginning, like machine design 1. So it wasn't even actually designing the machines. It was all the math that went into it. So that was probably one of the hardest courses I took in college.
What made it so difficult?
It just all the details. You know, that's just like the biggest difference from college to the NFL is the little details. How can you be great? It's definitely little things, but that what made it harder than all other classes.
See, if you pass a course like that, I'd imagine the next question I'm going to ask you is tough to compare. I was going to ask you like the most interesting or toughest question you got on one of these Zoom interviews from these evaluators and asking you something about football or anything. What's the question that really jumped out at you? And you said, all right, that's pretty good. That's a little different.
Tough as far as tough questions. I don't really think I had too many like just questions that just stumped me. There wasn't really none. But I would say that a different response I got. I walked in like one of the meetings at the combine. He was like, "Man, what size shoe you wear?" I'm like, "I'm size 12." He was like, "Man, your feet look small to me. I thought you was like a 9." I'm like, "Huh?" He was like, "What size shoe you wear?" He was like, "I wear a 9." I was like, "Yeah, no." That was probably the weirdest.
Yeah.
That was probably the
You're like,
weirdest.
"Bro, why are you looking at my why are you looking at my feet like that? Like,
Right.
Is it
like my shoes?
Nakobe, is there anything that you made it a point to ask the teams in terms of, because I'll ask Desmond Ritter about this. It's a job interview for you, but your success is going to depend as much on the situation that you end up with as it is on what you bring to them. So is there anything that you asked them or anything that you wanted to get from those interviews from your point of view?
For me, like you said, it's a job interview, but as they was feeling me, I was feeling them out. I feel like it's hard for me not to calculate a person as I talk to them and as I meet them and everything. So I was feeling the teams out the same way they was feeling me out. But my main thing was like, what's like a drill or something I can work on that you have seen successful players do, because definitely doing that combine and pro day process, it's a lot of things that you work on that you might never do again. So I was just trying to get, in a league since I was trying to get it and see what different coaches talked about and what they thoughts on it were.
Nice. Well, the official Brother from Another Nakobe Dean scouting report, complete player, complete person. Some lucky team is gonna have you on their franchise, and winning follows you wherever you go, man. No coincidence. Appreciate you falling through, brother. We'll see you soon. We'll see you out in Las Vegas. Maybe we'll run into you out
We'll
there.
see you in
Oh,
Vegas.
yeah, definitely. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank y'all.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.